Hi everyone, today I am going to make Martha's Fudgy Keto protein cookies. Hi, I'm Anita. Welcome back to my channel where I show you how I've lost 145 pounds following an animal-based ketogenic diet. Hi everybody. Okay, so today I am making a batch of keto cookies. I don't do that very often anymore, but here we are. These are from my friend Martha. Martha recently appeared in Woman's World magazine, and because she's lost over 100 pounds, she's got a great story. You have to check it out if you haven't already. And I also interviewed her on my channel, so I'm going to link that interview below so that you can get to know her a little bit. One thing that I like to tease Martha about is in the Woman's World article, they made it sound like she lost over 100 pounds eating cookies. And we all know that that is not true. Martha is practically a carnivore. I mean, she's pretty close to it. She eats as much meat as I do, and but she does like to have her cookies now and then. It helps to get her through, and I say all the power to her. So this cookie recipe, she had been playing around with one of my old recipes, which was like a protein cookie bar. It's made out of protein powder. And so there's no nut flours in it. And it turned out pretty good. And we kind of, towards the end, collaborated on it a little bit, trying to figure out, well, which ingredients were making them fall flat and which ingredients were keeping them poofy. And so we now have it all figured out. So I have been using, and again, this was Martha's recommendation, I've been using Equip protein powder, playing with these things, trying to make different recipes. If you use the unflavored protein powder, the only ingredient in here is grass-fed beef, nothing else. It says right on here, nothing else. So I make carnivore waffles out of this. It's just salt and eggs and grass-fed beef powder. They turn out really good. And so I was interested in remaking Martha's recipe. And, for you guys that all, still, there's a lot of people that follow me, doing keto, because that's where I started. I started with keto, and right now I'm doing carnivore. But for all of you who still follow me because of that, this is for you. So, I think it'll be really good. And if you don't have these particular protein powders, look in your pantry to see what you have. I'm going to use vanilla. I have tested the recipe with the plain, unflavored. The only thing is, if you use the unflavored, you'll want to add probably some type of sweetener to it. And I tried that, and I actually had a cookie and it did not work for my stomach, which is a good thing. I generally am not wanting to have these sorts of things, trying to stick to the meat. But for some of you, that might also happen. So, just be careful what kind of sweetener. And if you use allulose, it makes them flat and runny like pancakes. So you don't want to use that. And then other sweeteners might be a problem. So I'm going to make it with the vanilla powder, because the vanilla powder uses stevia extract. And that sweetener does seem to, it's fairly mild for me. It works in the cookie recipe, and there's no need to add any more. That's my oven. It's set to 350. Okay, so let's go ahead. If you have any questions about the difference between using these two for the cookies, if you wanted to try them, put them down below if I haven't explained that properly. We're gonna go with the vanilla powder and not add any granulated sweetener to it. So the basic recipe is 2 scoops of the protein powder, the Equip, and it does come with a scoop inside, so you can just measure that out. I know some people like to to weigh it, but the recipe seems to have worked for me every single time. So, by the way, I do have a coupon code down below, so you can get a discount for these two items here. The other dry ingredients in this recipe are collagen. Get a little bit of extra collagen for your skin. Martha says half a scoop, and I worked that out. It's about half a tablespoon. So if you're unsure, go with half a tablespoon. This is not precision as far as how much collagen to put in. Half a teaspoon of baking powder, cocoa, because these are fudgy cookies. And even if you say you have chocolate equip or other protein powder at home, and you want to make, these are chocolate cookies, I would still add a little bit of cocoa to that. I'm putting in 5 tablespoons of this cocoa powder. Now, Martha and I both felt that the best results came from this cocoa powder. It's Dutch processed, and it has a rating on it of 22/24. That has something to do with the level of fat in it, and it just makes for a better result. She did try it with regular cocoa powder as well, and she said they were almost as good. If you have the Dutch processed, or you can get it, if you're looking on Amazon, put in the 22/24 cocoa powder, and it'll come up with the correct ones. I'm going for 5 tablespoons because these are fudgy.
Very fudgy.
And I think we have all our dry ingredients in. Just going to mix those up. Try and get any lumps out. Like, look at that big lump. I have some melted butter. This is 1/3 cup unsalted melted butter. And I'm going to put in 2 eggs. And then I'm really going to go for broke this time and throw in some stevia sweetened 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. I just am going to plug in my mixer. Just mixing it up a bit because I find that sometimes when I turn on the mixer, I get a cloud of dust in my face. Okay, I'm gonna add in the butter. All right. There's probably a whole cookie's worth of batter left here on the beaters. It should be fairly rich and thick at this point. And put those in. I'm going to use a scoop. I'm going to make these large. You can make smaller cookies. I think this is 2 or 3 tablespoons. If you don't have a scoop like this, you could even just scoop them out with a little measuring cup, or you can just lump them on with a regular spoon or your spatula. It'll definitely all work. There's at least another cookie left in here. I usually get 8. So now they're gonna go in the oven for 15 minutes. And then we'll have to let them cool off, and then you need to refrigerate them for a couple of hours and let them get all fudgy. So we'll be back in the next segment. Okay, we're back. They smell delicious. I let them cool down for a few minutes. I don't know if you saw, but they were poofy, and then they kind of shrunk down a bit, and that's normal. I'm going to let them cool down until they're completely cool. I'm going to put them in the fridge for an hour-ish or so, and then come back. I mean, you could eat these now. I'm going to break one. I'll break a piece off one so you can see the texture. Well, now I have to pop a little piece in my mouth. They're very nice inside. I do like them better though after they've been in the fridge. So I'm gonna go throw these in the fridge and we'll be back in a while to finish this off. Okay, so look at these cookies. I like how they're crinkly. They've been in the fridge for a while. They are inside soft and chewy and delicious. And the camera crew is going to prove it because I from that little bit of cookie I tasted, I already have a chocolate buzz in my head. So let's see what happens over there. Yummy? Are they yummy? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, so not all of us may be able to eat these chocolate cookies, but for those that can, I mean, you can share this with your friends and family. They'll love them. They'll probably never realize that they are made for keto people and made from beef. A good little hit of protein there. Thank you, Martha, for working on these cookies with me, and I hope that you guys enjoy them, and we'll see you on the next video.
No, I don't want to say that. Hi, everyone. No. Yes. No. Okay. Yes.
Action.
Yes, 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 no, no, no. What can I say here? Yes, but I do have other people. Yes, but, so hang on, what have I said so far? Okay.
This is so hard to edit.
I wasn't, but.
I'll show you in post.
Okay.